Hey guys, welcome to Unbiased Rugby. So we're obviously looking at round 8 review. It was quite an interesting weekend of Super Rugby. I actually watched the first game on the Friday, which was the Highlanders versus the Hurricanes. I had predicted that the Hurricanes would win this game, and they did. What an incredible game! It was absolutely edge of your seat kind of stuff. Back and forth. It really was a great derby. Excellent game, and I think I did put it in my community settings that it was a brilliant game. It really was a great way to start the weekend. Then the next game of the weekend we had the Queensland Reds versus the Stormers. after watching the Hurricanes game, and then I actually only watched the first half of this game. And at that stage, the score was 0-0, and I think Siya Kolisi had just got his yellow card. What a snooze fest. It was probably one of the worst games or first halves that I've ever seen in my entire life. But coming off after that incredible Hurricanes Highlanders game, I don't know. I really don't know. It's the one game that I thought the Stormers might win on tour. They really haven't been doing well at all. I just don't think they have any attack. Nothing. I really don't know what's going on. I honestly feel they know there's a new coach coming in. Dobson's coming in. Robbie Fleck knows he's on the way out, and I think they should have just got. If they were going to get rid of Robbie Fleck at the end of the year, they should have just got rid of him straight away. He's probably got his eye on his next job. I really don't know. I think there's something seriously wrong happening there with the Stormers, and they need to sort it out. And I don't know what they're going to do. Next game of the weekend, which I was so looking forward to this game, the Lions versus the Sharks. I thought it was going to be an incredible derby, nice, hard, physical rugby, typical South African rugby. And boy, was I not impressed. I was impressed with the Sharks. I thought the Sharks were incredible. They played seriously good rugby. It's, the Sharks are that kind of side where you just never know which. The only thing that's consistent about them is that they're inconsistent. And they really came to the party. There's some standout players. They had double the run meters. They had 2 players over 100 run meters. They literally destroyed the Lions. Absolutely destroyed the Lions, and the Lions just didn't know where to go, what to do. Normally, they're like, we can watch the Lions. They can go 21 points down, and we know that they can still bounce back and win. They did it against the Rebels. They've done it against numerous sides, but the Sharks just didn't stop the pressure. It was continuous, absolutely continuous. I've written down some notes down below. Bosch and Mpimpi got over 100 run meters. I thought it was incredible. Makazole Mpimpi is definitely becoming one of my favourite outside backs. The guy's got some serious gas. And, in previous years, we've been always worried about his defence and a lot of other things, but I think it's improved astronomically. I think he's an incredible finisher, and I honestly feel he's going to be one of our main outside backs coming for the World Cup. He just knows how to be at the right place at the right time. But boy, does he have gas. Other players that stood out for me, Tendai. I've got a nice series coming up about Springbok selection for Rugby World Cup. I think Tendai's playing a season of best season so far in a couple of years. Coming up to a World Cup, I honestly feel at the moment, based on the last 6 games of Super Rugby, he is our informed loosehead. I know Stephen Kitsoff has got that power. For me, I think having Tendai starting and Kitsoff coming on as an impact player, as a finisher at 60 minutes or 50, 60 minutes, I think that's the way that we're going to go into the World Cup. There are other props that are standing out, especially Gagorba. Sorry about my pronunciation there, guys. I think he's also standing out at loosehead. But I just thought it was an absolute brilliant display from the Sharks. They definitely deserve the African Conference to be top of the African Conference. And now that we know that they can play that way, I expect it every week. I think we all expect it every week. That was a dominant display. The other player that stood out for me is Lukhanya Arm. That guy's incredible. I think that guy understands space, and I think he's probably our best 13 it's hard for me to say because I really like the way Jesse Creel plays, and he seriously has improved in his game. But we are very, very fortunate to have two great 13s in this country, and either one of them could fill in that Springbok slot coming for the World Cup. So yeah, I thought it was an incredible game. I did stop watching it at some point. It was just on in the background because the writing was on the wall. The lines were atrocious. The young players, that first yellow card, I can't remember the guy's name. It was number 4. It was repeated issues. The same thing over and over and over again. And he deserved to get that yellow card. Discipline was absolutely atrocious, and I don't know. I like Malcolm Marx. I think he's a good captain, but maybe I think they're missing Warren Whiteley. I hope the next week or two that he's back, because the Lions need it. They need that kind of the leadership, and they need the kind of structure to go forward. And other players, they're missing Mostert. I think he brought something special to that side, and I don't know, that line side. I really, really don't know. I'd like to see if they can bounce back next week, but let's just hope. I'm going to hope that they bounce back next week. Next game on the Saturday, actually we did watch this game, was the Crusaders versus the Brumbies. Brumbies did go out to an early lead, I think 7-0 at one point, and it was fair. It was a seriously close game up until about the 41st minute, and then it just the Crusaders do what the Crusaders do. They just were everywhere. Mwanga is just an exceptional. I think it's number 10, first 5. I just think he is. For me, at the moment on current form, I'd say he's better than Beauden Barrett. Beauden Barrett is he's just not. It just doesn't have the same kind of. I just don't know. Just Richie Mo'unga is just incredible. Understands space. He's got good speed. Yeah, I just think that Crusader side is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Yes, in the beginning of the year was a few knock-ons, and there were a few iffy things that were going on. But then after that halftime whistle, they just came out all guns blazing, and a well-deserved victory for the Crusaders. Next game was the Blues versus the Waratahs. I just watched the highlights of this game. It is a game that I have got recorded and I'd like to watch, but I just saw the Blues go out to an exceptional lead, and they seem to let the Waratahs back into that game. But look, the Waratahs aren't a rubbish side. Israel Folau is the top try scorer in Super Rugby history. Just that one catch that he did, it was incredible. Brilliant player. But I think Ma'ananu is. I'm not sure if he'll make the World Cup squad. I think with Ryan Crotty and Sonny Bill, and there's a few players. Lamape also plays that position. I think there's a few players ahead of him that might get that position. But if he's playing this kind of form, and he can continue this form, especially the 3 games in the Rugby Championship, I think he has to be a shoo-in to make the World Cup squad. It's all about winning. The guy's been there. It'd be his 4th World Cup. But an exceptional player, and it's a well-deserved victory for the Blues. Finally we've got a Blue side that is actually strung 4 victories in a row. When last did you have a Blue side that has strung 4 victories in a row? Very few of the sides here could do it. Crusaders can do it, and the Hurricanes can do it. But no one would have ever said last year or the year before that the Blues could ever do it, and they've done it this year. Next game of the weekend, we had the Rebels versus the Sunwolves. The score being 42-15. I think the Rebels are a class outfit. I think they know exactly what they're doing. They coached well. They seem to have a good spirit amongst themselves. They did come a little bit unstuck in Africa, but I still think they're at the way that they're playing at the moment. They must be the informed Australian side, and I'm seeing them actually probably winning that conference comfortably at the moment. If they carry on with this current form, they'll win it comfortably. I think they are 7 or 8 points ahead of the closest team. I think it goes Rebels. Rebels are on 23 points, and then the Waratahs are on 16. So that's 7 points a lead. That's almost a game and a half, or 2 games ahead. Last game of the weekend, which was I actually didn't watch this game at all. I did watch the highlights of this game. The Bulls 20, the Hawaii's 22. It was on in the background. I was having some wine with my wife and we were sitting outside and I could just hear it in the background, and every time I went inside I'd see the score, and at some point it was about the 70th minute or 65th minute. I saw it was 20 to 10 and I thought, there we go, the Bulls have won this game. Great, I'm super happy. And before I knew it, then the Bulls had lost 2 diabolical yellow cards and absolute atrocious lack of discipline in the last 15 minutes. And look, the Hawaii's had almost double the amount of penalties. It should have been a game that the Bulls won, but I'm not going to take it away from the Hawaii's. They deserved their victory. One thing I did notice when I was looking, and I picked it up in last week's game, was it just seems like the Bulls players seem to stand around at the breakdown. I don't know if they've got what it is. If I looked at the Durban game, Lakonya Arm had 4 turnovers because he went and he competed for that ball, and the guys were just standing there, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, clear the guy out, and nothing. So yeah, it's as everyone knows, the Bulls are on my side, but I wasn't very impressed, but I'm not going to lambaste the guys. Something's not right there. They were missing their Springbok players, but I'm not saying that the other players that were there didn't step up. They did step up. It was just that last. Hitting somebody in the air, that's serious. That's 2 years ago when you hit someone in the air. You deserve to be sent off if you hit someone in the air. We know what the rules are. You need to time your runs a little bit better. But disappointing end to the weekend. I have to say that pretty much lately I've been having a bit of rugby fatigue. So I think maybe I should just slow down a little bit, just watch the games that I want to watch and just enjoy what I watch. Maybe not watch any games during the week, just to try and get back into the hears of things. I enjoy watching it. It really is a great time of my week, but I really want to be in a situation where I actually enjoy the games that I watch. So I'm gonna focus on the games that I want to watch in the week. I'm not going to watch anything during the week. I'm not going to watch pundits, and literally just come up with my own plan, because watching schoolboy rugby, the guys love playing, and I want to get back to enjoying the game. I'm just going to go quickly through the standings. So the Crusaders well in the lead, 29 points. As you know, that I always do it by points. I don't do it by the conferences. Next team, we've actually got the Rebels. The Rebels and the Hurricanes are on the same points, but with the points differential, the Rebels are ahead of the Hurricanes, which is a good thing. Finally, we don't have 3 New Zealand sides at the top, and then they don't get included because of the conference system. Here the Rebels deserve to be in second spot, and they're in second spot. The next team is the Hurricanes. After they've got the Sharks on 21 points, best in the African Conference. The African Conference is very, very tight. Next, we've got the Blues. Who would have thought that the Blues would be in 5th spot at this time of the year? I think great chance for them to actually make the playoffs. It might be a little bit difficult for them because I just don't think they're in the Crusaders League yet. So for them to get a home semi-final, which is what you need to win Super Rugby, you need to have your home ground advantages for your knockouts. I don't think they'll get that. They've still got I've got a feeling on their current form they might overtake the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes, they're missing Dane Coles. He brings that, even though they didn't have him the whole of last year, he just brings that something extra special when he's on the field. After that, we've got the Bulls and the Lions on exactly the same points, but the Bulls with a better point differential, and then the Waratahs after that. So I think after 8 rounds, I think everything's still fairly even Stevens, and anyone could win this competition. Well, we know it's going to be the Crusaders, but anyone could get second spot. Let's put it that way. But listen, guys, I hope you have a great week. Chat soon. Cheers. Bye.